But yeah, so the Faze Drama, if anyone is kind of uninitiated, Faze is an esports organization, mostly, I would say, mostly comprised of like Call of Duty players. I think they dabble in
Mm,
other games, but it's mostly Call of Duty from what I know. Um,
yeah.
so to kind of sum it up, is that the OGs, like a group of like 5 or 6 people, sold the company to well, I don't know, like a bunch of old heads, I guess is the best way to put it. So basically now it's like any other corporation, like Activision, and not long ago it was leaked by one of the OGs that they would be bringing on a woman. I know, right?
Oh no, they can't play games.
I, so, so, so like, and the reason why everyone was so up in arms was because it was clear that they brought this woman on because one, she was in one episode of Stranger Things, the first episode of season 4, and also because I guess they wanted to like clean up their image or whatever, because like the OGs and like especially some of the new people are known for like crypto scams and stuff like over the
Yeah,
past year or two. So,
right.
um, yeah, so they brought this woman on, and then eventually it comes out with this brand new promo video, and everyone is like, "Yo, Faze Rain, the OG who leaked it, was like, yeah, he was right. Wow, okay." So everybody just started dogging on FaZe Clan and this like Twitch streamer slash actress, and it just spiraled out of control into this whole like feud between FaZe Rain and I think her name is Grace Van Dyne, the
Hmm.
person that they hired. So yeah, it's it's quite the tornado right now. Things are kind of at a standstill from what I know, but last I heard, FaZe Rain went to her house to talk about things, but I kind of skipped over 1 or 2 parts, but from what I heard is that she left the room crying, and now she's like removed FaZe from like all of her bios and stuff. So yeah, it but like the whole feud started with like uh it started with Rain calling her mid, like kind of like going after her appearance, which I would agree with people that say that that's like out of pocket and unnecessary. And and then Grace comes back saying like, you overdosed and almost killed yourself. Not those exact words, but something like that. And
Yeah,
you know, e- everyone on either side was just trying to light each other on fire. So yeah, it's a very interesting situation.
yeah. That is interesting. It's. I feel like okay. I feel like there's so many layers we could peel back here, and I don't know how far we want to go tonight.
Hmm.
But it's so funny that you said that she's on Stranger Things because I had no idea.
Hmm.
I watched the drama video between Rain and Grace. It's Grace, right? I think it's Grace.
Yeah.
That somebody recorded, and at the end, like you were saying, she basically walks out and she's like, don't you post that. If you post that, I'm done with Phase or whatever, and she like walks away, and of course they post it, and I guess she's done with Phase.
Hmm.
But I just realized after looking that she plays Chrissy
Yeah.
on Stranger Things. See, I had no idea looking at her,
Hmm.
so that's kind of blowing my mind a little bit.
Hmm.
If I'm being honest, I had no idea. But yeah, I think. I mean, you know more about it than I do. This whole week has kind of been a whirlwind for me. I didn't really stay on top of stuff, but I
Hmm.
think good for Phase for trying.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately you're a gamer company and you've made millions of dollars off of gamers, and you I understand trying to clean up your corporate image, which is what I think they're trying to do. But what I would say the boomers don't get about trying to clean up your corporate image as like a gamer company, none of the gamers want that.
Hmm.
Nobody wants that. Like people want OG Phase, like Phase Banks is probably the most, Phase Jev, there's some pretty famous names out there. And that's like, it's so far from what people want from Phase, I think. Not hiring a female. I don't have a problem with that. Good. I think
Yeah.
that's good. But I think, hiring just specifically to hire like they hired somebody popular, basically, is what I would say. What I got from him saying, you're mid. I didn't catch that he was talking about her looks. I thought he was talking about like her as a gamer, and I would say that she's mid as a gamer from what I've seen. Like
Yeah.
FaZe is top of the line gamers. Like FaZe is like top tier gamers. Is what it was supposed to be, anyways. So like in that sense, I get it, and like I agree. It's like you just brought somebody popular in to, one, show that you hired a female, and two, to show that you're hiring these popular people. You're trying to get into the popular, like the what's the other one? OTK, like
Yeah.
that brand of streamers, which I would say are they're really popular, but are they like FaZe level gamers? No, I don't think so.
No. No.
Interesting for sure.
Yeah. But I think like the main issue with her being hired on is like the whole like gamer thing is that like the words that like her and like the company used was signed on, because like gamers would like join the org and then make content or and whatnot, and it just seemed like we're saying, man, just like a stunt to reach like the broader audience, clean up their image, and people will see it as like Hollywood trying to get into the gaming space.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah.
I would agree with that. And like, to be honest, I would say the only thing that FaZe needed to clean up that I'm aware of is the crypto scams.
Yeah.
Like, get your crypto scammers out, and they could have not changed a single thing and been perfectly fine, in my opinion, from what I know. Like, I think that's what, you get these corporations, these big CEOs that come in, they take over these gaming companies, and I think FaZe is the only one I can think of right now. I'm sure there's other examples, and they're like, we want to put on this good image and all this. None of the gamers want that. Yeah. So like, I think by trying to bring people in by hiring somebody popular, you push 3 or 4 more people away that really respected FaZe, and now it's like you're saying, it's a Hollywood, it's Hollywood invading the game space, I would say, or they're making their moves to invade it, anyways.
Yeah.
I saw this great. I'll have to find it to you. I looked and I'll look some more, but it was a meme of their whole altercation, and it was kind of him saying like, you're mid, and she walks out, she's like, don't you post this or I'm leaving, or whatever, however she words it. And then it cuts to like probably the most classic FaZe meme ever, and it plays like the really hardcore music with this. It's like the hard, not the hard scoping, the sniping clip. Yeah, the no scope, and it just like goes boom, 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 and it's really fast. And it was the funniest thing because it really like reminded me of what FaZe used to be, and now like what they're trying to turn it into. Like I think it's a joke personally. But.
Yeah, it also reminds me of when they signed on like Snoop Dogg as like an owner or something. And like, what did he ever do? To my knowledge, he like live streamed once, left his stream on for 8 hours on accident, and then got up in the morning and then was like, I left this thing on all night, and then turns it off. So
yeah, he's like, oh boy, I left this on all night.
Yeah.
Bitch, if I have to, you know why. Am I still streaming? I would hope not.
So
I really want to find that and send it to you. I will send it to you because it's hilarious. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing is messy and kind of blown out of proportion. Like from from what it first started as, and it'll probably get even worse, I think.
I'm sure. Well, do you know how it's like? Do you know what actually started it? Like, I know that Faze, Rain, and Grace were fighting about, but do you know like what actually started their fight?
Well, like I know, like after she got announced, FaZe Rain posted a video talking about how like how like she was like mid like physically, and I think he even said like he wouldn't sleep with her or something like that.
Oh,
And then that's what caused her to say the whole overdosing thing, because I guess he overdosed at one point.
okay,
And yeah, so that's where that started.
gotcha.
I kind of a side note. I really don't like FaZe Rain. I don't. I never liked him. All like because like there's this one like close friend of mine who like I don't know. I don't want to say this in like a bad way, but like his life kind of like I don't know, fell off a bit, I guess, because he started watching like FaZe Rain's Vape Lord Nord videos, and then he started vaping constantly, and then like
Uh-huh.
you could just see that kid's eyes change, like literally his eyes would be like bloodshot walking down the street like vaping and stuff, and like but anyway, that's like this whole situation doesn't really paint FaZe Rain in the best light for me either. So
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. I honestly don't. I haven't kept. I couldn't probably tell you three current members of Faze, if I'm being honest. I think Faze has completely fallen off in general.
yeah,
I mean, you've got like the classic ones like Banks, Jev. Can I name another one? I feel like there's Apex. Yeah, there's
yeah.
like the main ones that like started it and really pushed it into popularity, and now. So I honestly don't. Besides Rain, and I wouldn't even know Rain if it wasn't for this. I don't know any Phase members.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Back in the day when they were at the OG Phase house, I used to watch those videos all the time. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good time.
Yeah, I think that's what kills me too about the whole like. Not that there are sellouts for selling it, but selling out Phase was, I think, like the worst. Not the worst. It was probably like the biggest mistake, I would say, that they could have made. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it takes to run a gaming org. I know it's huge. I know it takes a lot of money. So eventually, like the original creators can't do it. But man, talk about just destroying your legacy. Just sell
Yeah.
out to a corporate fat cat
Mhm.
and just let them and just watch it burn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what happens to like the gaming industry sometimes. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the Phase drama right now. Last I saw, Grace went private on everything, removed Phase from all of her names and stuff. So
really has that hardcore, gamer mentality that can
Yeah.
stand up to any criticism. And
I know.